Hello guys and welcome to another video with Cass on the Maizuma channel. So last time I showed you guys how to build a very simple password system using item frames that was possible to set the password easily, but there was one big downside. It won't reset automatically, which means as soon as you're finished using it, you have to reset it manually, otherwise someone else will be able to tell what your password is. So I made a new system and it's really interesting, and it pretty much sorts out all of the problems that we had with the previous system. So as you can see in front of me, I have a door and it's closed, and it's not possible to open it if I use a powered block, and it's also impossible to break it because it's Minecraft. And to input my password, all I need is a single item frame. And the password that I decided to use here is 314. So I just have to click it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, confirm, 1, confirm, then 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, confirm, and the door will open, revealing the beautiful redstone behind everything. To close the door, I just have to input the wrong password, which means I can simply click the button and it will be wrong again, closing the door behind me. And with this system, it's not only impossible to tell what the password is, but it also overcomes the fact that if I use a item frame, and if I use the positioning or the position of the item inside the item frame, I would have only 8 options. Maybe 9 if I break the item inside the item frame, but because I actually count how many times you interact with the item frame, it's possible to have a number from 0 up to 16, so 16 values for each digit, which is really great. I kept the property that allows you to change the passwords by changing the signal strength in here. So I am using item frames, which gives me only numbers from 0 to 8, but you could change those into hoppers with items inside to have a higher range from 0 up to 15 if you wanted. And I will just demonstrate how you will change the password and how you can have similar digits. So this is 3, 1, and 4. So I want to change it to be, say, 1, 1, and 0. I can just break this, and this will be 0. So with our new password, it's going to be 1, confirm, 1 again, confirm, and 0. So I don't have to interact with the item frame again, and our door opens again. So it's that easy to set your passwords. You can extend it to be as big as you want. So I have 3 units here, so 3 digits, but as long as I'm able to power this entire line with the memory units all at the same time, somehow I can keep extending this thing in here. So I will now explain how the system works, and then we can do a tutorial. It all starts with the lime green circuit in here, and this is a little a comparator memory. So every time you interact with the item frame, the signal strength in here changes. I detect the change using an observer block, and I create a little pulse here. And what this pulse does is it subtracts 1 from the little green memory in here. So if you click 3 times, it will subtract 3 times, and this is how I keep track of how many times you clicked on the item frame. Then once you're ready to confirm, you just press the button in front of this redstone torch in here, and it sends the data that you just configured in the green circuit in here to the cyan circuit, which is a memory queue. So the values in input will be stored in here. If I press F3, you can see that this has a value of 1, value of 1, and value of 1 because of the things that I did there before. So Uh, Anything that is recorded in here will move to this one, and from this one to this one, and from this one to nothing. The last value always gets destroyed. And this is a very nice system because with many of the password systems that I've seen so far, people like to use counters. So for example, if this has 3 digits, people would use a counter and count up to 3. So the system always knows when to reset. There's a big problem with that because if a person doesn't know how many digits go into your password system, maybe they will input just one value and go away. And when it's your time to input the correct password, the system will count as if you had already inputted the first digit. So the next two will count as the previous password, and it will always be wrong. It's a little bit confusing if I explain this way, but hopefully you guys get the idea. So yeah, you configure the value you want, you place it inside the queue, and the red circuit is constantly comparing the values you input with the password that you've set for yourself. And this is how we know that the password is correct. And yeah, that's it. I use it a observer block, so every time you click on it, we have a visual sign that that the system detected it, because you cannot the system will not be able to count it correctly if you hold your mouse button and spam it. So it will not break the system, but it will also not count correctly. So it's good if you before every time you click on it, you wait for the lamp to tell you that it's okay to press it again. So let's start building this beautiful system. And you want to have your item frame with an item inside this button and a lamp. And behind the block with the button, you place one torch. And right here, you're going to have a observer block pointing towards there, and another observer block upside down. So place your comparator there. It's going to measure the value for the item frame, and then this one is going in there, and you also want to have a observer block facing this way and another one facing that way. So place solid blocks on those two observers. You need this wire to bend, so you can just use another piece of redstone dust, or maybe a repeater or something that will change the direction there. And then now you're gonna need a pair of droppers. So first one goes this way facing up, and the other one's going upside down like this. And this is what's going to do the subtraction for us. So place another comparator there, and inside the bottom dropper place a fern. It has to be a fern inside the pair of droppers. Now for the black circuit, so I just need to extend one line from this torch and place another torch there. This torch is supposed to connect to this redstone dot down there, and here like so. So place one repeater there. It should be set on 2 ticks, then redstone dust, comparator on subtraction mode right there, and then another repeater goes in here to amplify the signal, and then we can extend this line, and this is what signals the Scion memory, the next circuit we're going to build, and makes gives the memory the queue functionality. So it's a little bit better if we rebuild this line later. So let's take care of this now, and we can start building the Scion memory circuit. So it's going to be a pattern like this, and so redstone dust there, and I made a mistake here, so another comparator there. So those are the memory cells, and this one always has to be on subtraction mode, and to keep the pattern, what you have to do is to have a comparator coming out of this guy, then repeat the pattern. So comparator, repeater, and then we can build everything again. So let's have another memory cell. So with this, we should have two working digits for our password. So this is going to store the first digits and the second one. So let's make 3 digits. More comparator, more repeater, and our final cell is going to be right here. Don't forget to place those on subtraction mode. Very important. Okay. Okay, so this is it for the memory cells. You can keep extending it if you want. Okay, so every time we input a new digit, we also need to reset this memory. So we can have a repeater on 4 ticks right there for the black circuit. And we also want to connect repeaters all around here. Then we can again rebuild the line we destroyed before. Actually, you just need to bring it up to there. Use redstone dust and place torches. So make sure that whenever you have a repeater, you also need the comparator to be on subtraction mode. Okay, so that's it for those circuits, and now we have to take care of the output. So on this side of the build, we can extend those blocks by 3 actually. And then redstone dust. And here we need the comparators on subtraction mode. Those are going to compare the output with the actual hard-coded password. And it goes like so. More 2 pieces of redstone dust. Comparator goes in there. Then torches in front of the blocks where you don't have redstone dust. So with the comparators facing this way, we can have another line going down here. This is going to be the actual output. Then extend the signal strength using repeaters. Block goes in there. Alright, and this is going to be your actual output. So you just place a torch in there for now, and we're gonna also have a lamp here just to indicate what's going on, because we're going to test the circuit in a moment. So now place blocks on those places with comparators on top, then another solid block, and finally we are going to be able to place the item frames. And if we change the values inside those item frames, you can have any item this time. Those values will become the password that we want. So for our test, I want to have the password be 2, 2, and maybe 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let me just check it all around, and if I haven't made any mistakes in here, this should be already working. So let's see. So 1, 2, enter, and then we should have a value of 2 in here. So you can see if I press F3 there. So 1, 2, press the button again. And there's a 2 here, there's another 2 there, and the last value is 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and enter. And now our lamp turns on, indicating that we have the correct password. If we input anything else, it will destroy the password. So you just have to extend this line to whatever place you want, and then you can connect this to a piston door, secret entrance, or lamp, or anything that you want really. So hopefully with this tutorial you're going to be able to extend this to have as many digits as you want. As I told you guys, you just have to find a way to power this entire line all at once. So if necessary, you could extend this with the repeater and start powering it from another location. What you cannot do is to try to extend this using a repeater. I'm not 100% sure, but I am almost certain that this will not work if you extend this line using a single repeater. So yeah, guys, I think that this is a really cool system, really nice password system, one of the best that I have ever made. And I really hope that you guys also liked this. So if so, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a comment. Just keep coming back for more, guys. And I hope to see you next time, guys. So bye bye. See you later.